Hey guys, I had an art project I wanted to show you. That way you guys had an example and knew what it was supposed to look like. I believe on the website I have called it the Stations of the Cross worksheet. I have since been corrected. It is not the Stations of the Cross, it's actually the Easter story. So you guys should have a worksheet that has pictures like these on it. Okay, and what you're gonna, there's 6 total. Let's see, that's 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, 5. I can't count, guys, sorry. And 6. Okay, so you should have the 6 pictures that look just like that. What you're going to do is you're going to color them first. I did not color mine. I'm so sorry. I will make sure to do that. I just this second realized I hadn't colored them. I'm sorry. So we will color them, and then once you color them, I want you to cut them out into squares like you saw with mine. Cut them out into squares. Try to follow the black line if possible. That's more scissor practice for you. You guys have got to get better with the scissors. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to glue it on our paper. I got a pink paper. I honestly don't remember what color paper I gave you guys, but I have a pink paper, okay? And we are going to glue it on the paper in order in the shape of a cross. So you have these 3 pictures here. You have Jesus on a donkey. You have Jesus breaking bread. This is the Last Supper. You have Jesus praying in the garden. You have Jesus carrying his cross. You have Jesus being nailed to the cross. And you have Jesus resurrecting in his tomb 3 days later. Okay, this is the Easter resurrection story in its very simplest form. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put them in order, and actually I just showed you what they are in order. So our very first picture that we're going to glue is our Jesus riding the donkey. He rode the donkey into Jerusalem, okay, where the Last Supper took place and where he was condemned to die on the cross. All right, so since we're going to make the shape of the cross, you need to glue your first picture of Jesus on the donkey towards the top of the page. Towards the top of the page, like this, okay? Now it's going to be your number 1. Jesus rides the donkey into Jerusalem. Number 2 is going to be the Last Supper. Jesus breaking bread with the apostles, okay? So we're going to put glue on the back of this one. Okay, the Last Supper. And we're going to glue it right underneath Jesus riding the donkey, okay? If you have a little space between them, it's not the end of the world. It's not a big deal. Guys, this is preschool, okay? As long as it's on the paper, I'm good. Really, honestly, truly, it's preschool. These are 3 and 4-year-olds. I'm good with it, okay? So we glue it underneath the donkey, and then the third picture is going to be Jesus praying at the garden. Now, I'll be honest, I have a hard time pronouncing the name of this garden. I get a lisp every time I say it, and my husband was making fun of me a few minutes ago trying to say it. So it's the Garden of Gethsemane, something like that. I apologize. I probably butchered that name. If you guys are religious folks, I'm so sorry. I tried. Okay, so Jesus is praying at the garden. Okay. By the way, did anyone else notice he prayed after he ate? Just saying. Just saying. We don't pray after we eat. We pray before we eat because we are so grateful to have this bounty. All right, and then Jesus praying at the garden is going to go on the right side of the Last Supper. So it's going to go on this side. Just like that. Okay, again, if there's space in there, I don't care. If it's not in the shape of a cross, it's not the end of the world. Of course, I would prefer it to be in the shape of a cross, but guys, it's not a big deal. okay? Honestly, the goal here is for them to know the Easter story. So if they can tell me what each of the pictures are, perfect. That is the main goal right there, okay? I would love for them to be able to tell me what the pictures are. It is the story of Easter and Jesus being resurrected from the tomb. All right, so our third picture is going to be Jesus carrying his cross, okay? So Jesus knows he's going to die. He's been condemned to death by Pontius Pilate. Pontius Pilate. I'm sure he was also pompous, okay? Miss Ford, that one's for you if you're watching. I'm sure you cracked up at that. Miss Bain used to crack up at my horrible misgivings too. As long as they make you guys laugh and don't offend you. All right, so Jesus carrying the cross is going to go to the left of the Last Supper. Okay, so it looks like this very, very familiar Tetris piece. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, and then our next picture, number 5, is Jesus hanging on the cross. Okay, so we're going to put glue on that. So Jesus has been nailed to the cross. He was also struck in the side with a spiral spear, if you guys remember. They were mean to Jesus. They did not like him. That was not very kind of them to do that. All right, and then Jesus hanging on the cross is going to go right underneath the Last Supper. So right underneath number 5. And it's going to look like this. Kind of looks like a letter T or a plus sign. Okay, so it's starting to look like a cross, right, guys? You're getting it. You're getting it. So the last picture you should have is this one, and this is of Jesus resurrecting in the tomb. Okay, so we'll put some glue on this one. And uh-oh, mine has a little bit of overhang. It's too long for the paper. So we made this nice, beautiful cross. So this is the story of Easter, okay? Number 1, Jesus rides into Jerusalem on a donkey. Number 2, Jesus breaks bread with the 12 apostles. And they have what's known as the Last Supper. Da Vinci? Question mark painted? You know what? I'm not even going to try that. There's a painting of it. I should know the artist, but I don't. I'm so sorry. Okay, so after the Last Supper, Jesus goes to the garden to pray. The garden of oh geez Louise. Gethsemane? Something like that. Okay. And then after Jesus prays in the garden, he is shortly thereafter condemned to death. So here he is carrying his cross where he is to be hanged. Okay. And then after he carries his cross, he is nailed to the cross. This is number 5, where 3 days later he is resurrected in his tomb. So this is the story of Easter. Number 1, Jesus rides on a donkey. Number 2, the Last Supper. Number 3, praying in the garden. Number 4, carrying the cross. Number 5, Jesus hanging from the cross. And number 6, Jesus is resurrected 3 days later. Count them. 1, 2, 3 days later. Okay. So after you're done, your sheet should look like this. If it does not look like this, it's really okay, guys. If you can tell me what the pictures are, I will be more than pleased, okay? Because we do need to learn about Jesus. We are a Catholic school, and we love Jesus here in our hearts, okay? I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.